हे फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आई एम रजनी महतो एंड लास्ट वीडियो में हमने टेंसेस के थ्योरी एंड रूल्स किए थे। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, डिस्पाइट नोइंग दैट हिज एग्जाम्स आर अराउंड द कॉर्नर ही हैज़ बीन प्लेइंग सिंस 4 hours. Okay, over here we are talking about the duration of time, 4 hours. So instead of since we'll use for 4 hours. Question number 2, she is reckless in spending as if she would be the daughter of business tycoon. See, over here we are talking about an unreal situation. So instead of she would be, we'll use she were the daughter of business tycoon. Question number 3, if Pranab took the exams, he would clean them and got admission in good college. He would be clean them and got admission in a good college, because would is a modal. Okay, so it will be replaced by would be. Question number 4, if her sister would be a teacher, she would teach the poor children living in slums. if her sister would be की जगह क्या यूज करेंगे यहाँ पे were, because it is an unreal situation. Question number 5, he along with his friends have decided. Okay, over here he के साथ क्या आएगा has. He along with his friends has decided to join a computer course in a reputed institute. Question number 6, they could buy the cinema tickets before the movie start on time. So before the movie started on time. Started past simple will be used. Okay. Question number 7, father asked me to stay indoor until he returned from the market. Until he returned from the market. Question number 8, if you had taken advice from your teacher, he would have helped you on your studies. So in this sentence, no error is there. Question number 9, Ankit often shows off his medal won at school as if he is an Olympic gold medalist. As if, इसकी जगह हम क्या यूज करेंगे यहाँ पे, इसकी जगह were, as if he were an Olympic medalist. Okay. Question number 10, mother asked her daughter if she had been seen the purse that she had bought previous day. So past की बात हो रही है, we'll use ed. Mother asked her daughter if she had seen the purse that she had bought previous day. 11th, I know him since 2007. Okay, so over here I have known him since 2007. He is very disciplined man who has never hurt anybody. Present perfect has relevance with the present. Question 12th, a gentleman asked the shopkeeper what the cost of that table was and whether it is really made in China. Okay, so over here was, a gentleman asked the shopkeeper what the cost of the table was and whether it was really made in China. Question number 13, the ought not have. Okay, हमारा जो modal है ought is always followed by to. They ought to not have disturbed their neighbors by playing loud music. Question number 14, he asserted that he did not bought the shirt from the shop that was offering huge discount. He asserted that he did not bought the shirt from the shop that was offering huge discount. So over here Question number 15th. We were not able to understand what was she teaching to us. Okay, over here, what she was teaching. What she was teaching to us, as she was using difficult words. Arrangement error. Question number 16th. You need not to go out of room because examination is soon going to start. So over here, need not. Instead of need not to go, we'll say not go. You need not go out of room because examination is soon going to start. Okay. Question number 17th. If you have helped me in the time, I would have received scholarship and made you proud. So, if you have helped, instead of have, we'll use had. If you had helped me in time, I would have received scholarship and made you proud. Question number 18th. The planet is so weak that he couldn't stand and draw the curtains. The patent is so weak that he couldn't stand and draw the curtains. So instead of patent, यहाँ पे patient होगा. Okay. So weak that he, और couldn't की जगह वो ought will come, can't. Question number 19th. Teacher took the class and went back home before Alok reached tuition center. Okay. So teacher had taken the class and went back home before Alok reached the center. Over here, past perfect. We'll use past perfect. Okay. The children replied that they were playing in the ground for 3 hours. So they were playing की जगह we'll use they had been playing in the ground for 3 hours. Past perfect continuous tense. Question number 21. Had the train pulled out at 6 am, we could have reached home by 10 pm. Had the train pulled out at 6 pm, we could have reached. So in this sentence, no error. 22. The two factions become so hostile that it is very difficult to patch up their differences. Okay. The two factions became so hostile that it was very difficult to patch up their differences. Twenty-third. Before he could decide anything, he has talks with his teammate on the issue of selection. So over here, he had, because both the sentences are related to past. Question number 24. The player who you see there has not done well in the match. 25th. I had an aversion to taking milk, but doctor has advised me to have nourishing food. Okay, so instead of has advised me, simple past will use advise me to have nourishing food. Question number 26. I am fond of listening to old songs because they were very touching. Because they are very touching and sung by great singers. Question number 27. We reached there much after they conducted the physical test. So they have conducted the physical test. Over here, past perfect will be used as the event took place much earlier than the other one. Okay. Question number 28. I completed the assignment before you came to me to take back them. I have completed the assignment. Question number 29. Nobody knows where does he live. Okay, so nobody knows where he lives. but police are desperately looking for him. 30th, if they should have helped me, I would have purchased a house in posh of the city. Okay, so over here instead of would have, we'll use had. Third conditional sentence. Okay. 31st, if it were a ghost, I will never visit the haunted house to stay. I would. If it were a ghost, I would never visit the haunted house to stay. 32nd, he has sent you abroad to study because he wants to do as much as he could for you, as much he can. Present. 33. It was silly of him that he has dived into icy water and now he is complaining of high fever. So, over here, it is silly of him that he has dived into icy water and now he is complaining of high fever. Vishal is writing a book at the time when he heard a loud knock at his door. Vishal was writing a book at the time when he heard a loud. 35th. Being furious, she rushed to room, opened the drawer and had taken out pistol. So instead of had taken out pistol, what we'll use? Took out pistol. Okay, simple past. 36. He looks a bit worried because he didn't meet his son since time of his admissions. So didn't meet, we'll use hasn't seen. Okay, present tense agreement and use of since with the present perfect tense. 37. Since Sonali felt tired, she lied on the bench. She lay on the bench whereas her friends went to market to fetch water bottle. 38. Would you have driven fast? So instead of would you have, what we'll say, would you had driven fast, we could have gone much ahead of our rival. 39. Until the children planted saplings in the ground, the teacher stayed there. The teacher stayed there. Past tense. 40. I declared before the audience that his teacher had been his idol for a long time. 41. Hitesh will get a lot of kids as soon as the news of his success will spread. As soon as the news of his success spreads. 42. Some students were late by 20 minutes and when they entered hall, the test was going on. Okay. So no error in this sentence. 43. As soon as the school bell rung, the children ran out of classrooms to waiting bust. Okay. So over here, rang. As soon as the school bell rang, the children ran out of classrooms to waiting buses. 44. He disclosed that Rinku is a man worth and could be relied upon. Okay. He disclosed that Rinku was a man of worth and could be relied upon. 45. When she reached home, the service engineer had repaired the computer and was about to leave. 46. Mother said to Anjali, does your friend wakes at 4 a.m. does her homework? So, wake. Mother said to Anjali, does your friend wake at 4 a.m. and does her homework? 47. Had you accompanied us to fair, I would buy books of my would have bought, okay, I would have bought books of my choice. 48. Since it was announced that ATM would open and on time, people had been standing in a queue since 7 hours. So for 7 hours. 49. If he asked for any help, I would not hesitate to lend him a helping hand. So I will not hesitate. Present tense will use. He supported me all his life and I expect that he would continue to do so. And expect he will continue to do so. So stay tuned for more